It's update day on My Plug Life. Now, today I got an update 2020.44.15. My previous one was a 2020.44.10.1. Now, with the numbering scheme, if you have the beginning part, the 2020.44 is the same, it's going to be the same functions added. So if you added a video game, it's going to be the same no matter what the extra numbers past that are. So this one in particular is a .15. The one I had previously was .10.1. And really all that tells you is that there was a bug with it that they found, that they needed to work out a few issues, and they put a few updates as time goes on to iron them out. They're like mini patches. Next time we see a big number change, though, is going to be brand new functionalities added to it. Speaking of which, let's just talk about what I've noticed in this particular update, and then the next updates that I see coming out.
So keep in mind with all these updates that whatever profile you have set to may be what it's set to automatically. So currently I'm in easy entry. So if I do a change here, it may not affect any of the other profiles I have. So if you're having that problem, make sure to set your profile up top to be your profile when doing these changes, so that way it'll be reflected while you're driving. So first up on the list is the Autopilot Set Speed. So if we go into the Autopilot section, we scroll down, we see there's two options, speed limit and current speed. Now with speed limit, you can have it set to a fixed amount. So in other words, if you're driving in a 50 zone, on this setting, it'll be at plus 10 kilometers, so you'll be doing 60. If you're doing a 100 zone, you'll be doing 110. If you're in a 30 zone, you'll be doing 40. Now this might not be good in your particular zone, so remember, you can still change all this on the fly using your scroll wheel. Now also you can set a percentage. So in this case, if you're doing 50 with plus 10%, you'll be doing 55. If you're in a 100 zone, you'll be doing 110. If you're in that 30 zone, you'll be doing 33. Depends on your preference, what you like. Now, another way of doing this is if you go to current speed here, what it'll do is it'll use whatever speed you happen to be going as the speed limit. Now, there is a limitation to this. In the city streets, it's going to limit you to probably plus 10. On the highway, there's no limit at all. So whatever you happen to be going is what it'll set it to. So next up on the list is Spotify improvements. I didn't see a whole lot of changes with this. It did add things like podcasts to Spotify. So if you're using that service, you could access it. Okay, maybe there's a bunch more podcasts you normally wouldn't have access to. Next would be media search improvements. Now this changes a lot of things in the searching, but this is also going to tie it into media sources, and I'll show you in a second here. So if we bring up our songs, this is looking the same as it did before. When we search for music, and you're looking for a particular song, you're going to have now a list, and it's going to have a little icon telling you what service that it's using to find it. So if you used one over the other, it may not make a difference to you. But if you have a subscription for one of them and not the other one, it's going to change how and what it prioritizes. Now, you would assume that you'd want to search using the engine of the subscription you're using, but Tesla currently is not using that. Currently, if you were to search like this, it's going to prioritize streaming, which is Slacker. Now, I have a Spotify account, not Slacker, and it's not prioritizing it, but I want it to. And the reason for this is if I do a search for a song in Slacker, it's going to play that song, and then it's going to play random songs that are similar to it. Now, I may want to listen to an artist, and it's not going to just play me that artist, it's also going to play me artists similar to it. Now, with my Spotify account, I can listen to one artist and one artist only. So I would want to be able to use that service, but currently it's not doing that. So if I do want to do something like that, what I need to do is to go into settings here, and this is where you have your sources. So now if I didn't want it to search using Slacker, I could turn it off. If I didn't want to listen on TuneIn as well, I could turn that off as well, and I can leave, say, karaoke and Spotify on. Now, when I do the exact same search, I now only have those particular groups. I don't have any of the other ones. And when I do my Bluetooth search, it's actually now only going to search using these particular listings. So if you're having a problem, if you are paying for an account, definitely make sure to set this up so that way it only searches on that particular one. Otherwise, you're not going to be listening to the music the same way as you did previously.
So other than these changes that we have in the current version, Elon spoke about the Christmas update that he's going to do. And if you're new to Tesla, you might not know, but around Christmas time, there's usually a bunch of big changes that happen, not necessarily functional, more fun, like the Christmas dance that the Tesla Model X's do, and a few other changes that you might see, like the video games and what have you. So Elon's pretty excited about this. I'm interested to see what that is. We'll probably see that in the next couple of weeks, probably by Christmas time, of course. So that'll be interesting. But in addition to those updates, we're also getting updates on the full self-driving beta. Now, of course, most people don't have the full self-driving, but if you watch the YouTubers that are posting videos, you'll see that there are some drastic changes happening, and this is happening every 3 days or so. Now, somebody did ask Elon, said, when are we going to see more people with this? And he's thinking that if everything goes good on this latest build, he might roll it out to more people. Now, I don't know for sure, but I do know that there's probably about 19 YouTubers out there that are posting videos about full self-driving, and I've actually spoke to one of them, and he mentioned about how much the changes have gone through in the time that he's first got it till now. It's huge, and from what I've seen, it is quite impressive. Now, to be rolled out to more people, it needs to be a lot of confidence in that ability. Now, 19 YouTubers, but how many non-YouTubers out there have it? Number might be, say, 1,000 people in the States that have this. I heard a rumor in Canada somebody has it, but unless somebody posts a video or admits to it, you don't know where, when, or whatever. But like Elon said, if things are going well in this next update, then it might be rolling out to more people, and that'll be interesting to see rolling out here in Canada. Because if we see it in Canada, there's going to be some differences in signages. There's going to be difference in conditions, the snow, and how is it going to handle snow on the front end of the car. Anyways, I'm looking forward to those new updates that are going to be coming out, and I'll talk to you guys on the next episode of My Plug Life.